What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hussle. Make sure y'all go check out my music channel, King Hustle X1M. Just dropped a new music video. Camp with me. Go like, share, comment, subscribe, run them views, some comments, and likes up. Gonna be dropping a lot of new music videos, albums, mixtapes, you name it. So make sure y'all go subscribe and hit the notification bell so when I do drop, y'all be notified. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all go like, go listen, go add it to your playlist and all that. All right. So that being said, what's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hustle, and yes, this is the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hustle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways from those YouTube channels and that Twitch. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell so you don't miss out on nothing. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom in the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right. Got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or video to make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for. All right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. Hey, let's get this thing started. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hustle, and we are back at it again with another King Hustle video. Y'all already know when I drop these videos, it's gonna be some sauce that's gonna turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being zero, you ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these videos, it's gonna be some information that's gonna help you win. All right. And in today's video, we're gonna be talking about scams and fraud. Yeah, scams and fraud, because wherever there's money being made, there's some type of scam or fraud being committed. And as the world evolves, the methods evolves, the scams evolve, and a lot of people are followers in the world. They want to do what the next person is doing, and they're not aware of what's really going on out here in the world. So today's video, we're gonna be talking about attachments. Yes, attachments, aka external transfers. We're talking about wire transfers, external transfers. We're talking about all these different things that's going on in the world, because it's getting crazy. It's getting hectic with these scammers, with these fraudsters, with these scammers. People making a lot of money, and it's just a lot going on. So today we're going to talk about attachments, what it is, how scammers are utilizing it, and how you can stay protected and prevent it from happening to you, because it's real crazy. All right. So with that being said, let's get into this information about attachments, wire fraud, and all those different other things. So first things first, what is wire fraud? A lot of people don't understand what wire fraud is. So I'm gonna explain to you guys first of all what wire fraud is. So first of all, wire fraud is a federal crime involved. Well, wire fraud refers to the acting of using electronic communication such as phone calls, emails, or the internet to carry out fraudulent schemes. It is defined under the 18 U.S. Code 1343 and is considered a serious federal offense. The crime typically involves the intent to deceive someone for financial gain, utilizing interstate or international communications to exceed the fraud. All right, so key elements of wire fraud. Scheme to the fraud. There are most to be a plan or a scheme to intend to deceive others for financial or material gain. Intend to defraud. The perpetrator must have the intent to defraud the victim. So common tactics for wire fraud: phishing. Scammers use emails and messages to trick individuals into providing personal information such as bank account details or passwords. Business email compromise. Fraudsters impersonate a legitimate business to deceive employees into transferring funds. Telemarketing fraud, using phone calls to falsely represent oneself or solicit money from victims. Online market scams, creating fake listings and defrauding buyers. All right, so wire fraud is a different type of wire frauds going on. And it's now in today's world, people are utilizing wire fraud as far as bank accounts, because as the world evolves, the scams and the fraud evolves. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. So, when it comes to wire fraud or external transfer fraud, all a scammer really needs is somebody's account and route number, information, email, and all that, cookies and proxies and all that right there. So everything matches. And what certain sites and third party companies making it available for people to transfer money from bank account to bank account utilizing account and routing numbers, people have figured out loopholes how to utilize these type of scams. So let's start with wire fraud. So you got bots, OTP bots, and that's one time password bot. It's a one time password bot. And people don't understand what that is. Some people call it on the phone bot. It's the same thing. On the phone bot, but it's really called a one time password bot. So when we call in these places, bank accounts and no bank accounts, we call in our banks, we call in certain companies, and they send us a code to our phone, and they say put this code in, or can you read that code? And they tell you to read that code back to you. That's a OTP. That's a one time password. And what fraudsters and scammers are doing is there are bots out there that sound just like the automatic service from the banks, from all these different companies. And they're calling people's phones, and people are believing that it's that company, and that person is giving that information to this bot, and people are getting their bank accounts compromised and information compromised like that. Then you got people who are figuring out ways how to compromise accounts. Like I tell y'all all the time, when y'all calling the banks and y'all trying to get information on y'all account or trying to do something, 9 times out of 10, that person is at home. They work remote. Most times it's probably 3 times out the week that they work at home and 2 times they work in the office. I knew somebody that worked at home 3 days out the week and 2 days in the office, and they worked at a certain company. And the company that they worked at, on her computer, had a lot of information, like all the information that you can think of, that will allow somebody to do whatever that you can think of. So there's different ways for fraudsters and scammers to get information. Companies are getting compromised all day, every day. Databases are getting compromised all day, every day. And that's why there is some type of fraud or scams are going on in the world, because the way that people are committing these frauds and scams, there is a legal way to do the exact same way. They're just figuring out how to do the exact same thing illegally. And if you can do it legally, you can do it illegally. Just how the world works. And people are not understanding that. People are not understanding how vulnerable our information is, their information is, and how there's so much going on in the world that a fraudster and scammer can figure out so many different ways how to utilize somebody else's information better than them. So by these fraudsters and scammers getting a hold of this information, now like I told y'all, in today's world, people are utilizing credit a lot, and people are starting to understand how the difference between personal credit and business credit can be a big difference. Most people in the world are broke. But when it comes to businesses, most businesses have 3 accounts, a couple of accounts, credit cards, different things going on. So they have more access to funds on the business side than on the personal side. So if a fraudster and scammer, or scammers getting a hold of somebody's account route number for their business bank account, and they open up a bank account with a synthetic identity, and they sending the funds to the synthetic identity's account, it's wire fraud, external transfer fraud. So let me explain to you guys what external transfer fraud is, because a lot of people don't even know what that is, and it's all linked to the same thing. So external fraud is defined as a risk or unexpected losses due to fraudulent actions taken by individuals or entities external to a firm. So this type of fraud is recognized as various regulatory frameworks, including base 2, base 3 standards, which categorize it as a significant risk area. External fraud can involve acts intended to defraud, misappropriate property, or just get over on people, right? So external fraud, risk unexpected financial material. It's different type of external fraud. So let me give you some people some examples because y'all gotta know this information what's going on. So theft and fraud, theft, robbery, forgery, check kiting, system security, hacking damage, theft information. So corporate finance, loan fraud, client misrepresentation of information, theft, trading scales, cybercrime, forgery, retail banking, cybercrime, check fraud, theft of information, theft of access. So people are figuring out where, like I said, wherever there's a legal way to do something, there's going to be an illegal way to do it. And a lot of scammers and fraudsters are finding ways to do everything that people are doing legally, illegally, especially when it comes to money. People want to find the easiest way to make the most amount of money. And people have figured out how to literally use account and route numbers and transfer the funds out of that account to other accounts utilizing third party companies. So wire fraud, OTP bots, one time passwords is definitely on the rise, especially with business accounts. Like I said, start getting Norton LifeLock monitoring all your accounts. So anything happens, anything suspicious, anything comes out, you'll get notified. Start freezing your credit bureaus so nobody can get anything in your name. Start changing out your debit and credit cards every so often. So every time you use your debit or credit card, that information is stored in that database. A lot of people don't check for skimmers because a lot of people don't know about skimmers. So if you don't know about a skimmer, how you gonna check for it? If you don't know how to make some money, how you gonna make it happen? See, that's why I'm telling y'all, knowledge is power. Having a knowledge about skimmers and where to look will now put you in a position that every time you go to these gas stations, every time you go to a CVS or a Walgreens or anywhere, start and then when you put your card in little black boxes and you start making sure it ain't loose because those are skimmers. ATMs where you put your card in, start making sure it ain't loose. Skimmer keypad, skimmer, make sure it ain't loose. The skimmers and gas pumps. Me personally, I don't pay for no gas outside. I don't use my card outside, nothing like that. And I pay cash every time because the skimmers all over the place. So just having that information and being more cautious, being more aware, having that and knowing what's going on will have you more cautious, more safe and aware. All right. So um wire fraud, OTP bots, wire transfer, external transfer fraud is definitely on the rise. People are catching on to that because all you need is a account route number, and if you got a account route number, you got dumb criminals out here too that'll get that method and do it and be like, well, I don't got the. See, people are there's some bad criminals out here. Like I said, this is all educational purposes only, and this is just the honest to God truth. There are some bad criminals out there that will try these methods and try to skip steps just to because they green and just not really paying attention and thinking like this is illegal information. This is fraudulent information and fraud work that you're doing, and you're trying to just play around with it. So people get the method, and then use their own bank account to transfer the money into. Like people do. There's some bad criminals out there, and they end up on cop cam arrest videos and the news and all that all the time. So just stay more safe, stay more cautious, and stay more aware out there, and just start paying attention to what's going on and hearing what I'm saying and understanding what I'm saying. Because if you go out when you go out there in the real world and you start to see what's going on, you will start seeing more red flags. All right, so shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there. Because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping this sauce, and y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 101 limited gyms are $1,000, but for limited time only, I am doing them for 600. Yes, 600 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot. Let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right, no screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yell me. Also, make sure y'all booking y'all seat on the crypto tour. In-person limited gyms, 3,500, $500 deposit. The rest of the money you meet in person. Make sure y'all book y'all seat on the month-long mentorship, 2,500, 30 days. Anything you need help with, let's get to work. Make sure y'all checking out my vendor platforms on Telegram and the Potato App Millionaire Network. Still looking for people for the production company. Still looking for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameraman, women, gamer streamers, and content creators. Any cameraman or woman in Houston, Texas, or Milwaukee, Wisconsin, hit me up on my IG. Let's push out this content and run up a bag. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all my YouTube channels and my Twitch. Make sure y'all follow me on my new IG, King Hustle X11.2, for more free sauce, free methods, and information that's gonna turn you into a boss. Make sure y'all checking out the crypto world because it's changing people's lives. And make sure y'all check out my music channel because my latest mixtape, Hustle and Flow, real motivational music right there for you to really get to the bag. And I just dropped a new music video. Can't fuck with me. Go like, share, comment, subscribe, run them views, them comments, and them likes up on both. And with that being said, it's your boy King Hustle. Y'all know I get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson, video, or live. Peace.